Thanks for making us your sports station.
Sports Radio 92.9 The Game.
Man, we had some really good inside stuff with Dwight we can't talk about, Carl.
That's how it goes. Hey, man, I mentioned 1908, 1948. Just real quick to pay that off. Last time, Mike, the Cubs won 1908. We're in the World Series. 1948, last time the Indians, the night the World Series starts. And we'll talk more about it with Paul Bird coming up here on the show. Dukes and Bell brought to you and driven by Kia. For more info, visit atlkia.com. Now, for those of you who listen every day, during the summer in July, we were at SEC Media Week, visiting with Kirby Smart and all the coaches in the SEC. And the guy that is now sitting to my right, it came in studio, and we were not actually physically here. And we said, Dwight, we're not there. We're sorry we can't be there. And he was terrific. And I invite you, the audio is still up at 929thegame.com, and go listen to it. But it was kind of our introduction to Dwight Howard. Well, guess what? The season starts Thursday. And I think the entire city and Hawks fans are super excited about what's going to transpire. There's always that optimism at the beginning of the year.
Right.
So we welcome Dwight Howard into studio, man.
Hey, what's up, big man?
Not much, man. I was just listening to what you said. You gave two numbers that was very important. You said 1908, and I think you said 1948.
Yeah.
And I thought about another number, 1958. For those people who don't know, that was the last time the Hawks won a championship. All three of those different numbers have 8 at the end of it. So I was just like,
Hey,
Kind of thinking about some things.
Thinking about some
I
things.
like the synergy to that.
Yeah. But I'm just excited to be back home in Atlanta, man, and just the warm welcome that I've received since I've been back has been amazing, and I'm just so grateful to be a part of this organization. This is the best organization that I've actually been a part of, as far as everybody being on the same page and everybody having that same mindset of excellence and championship pedigree every single day. I think before you can win a championship on the floor, it starts with what you do when behind closed doors, those unseen hours. And man, this team right here has just the championship pedigree.
And we said this back in July, too. And I know you said, no, it's not that. It's about team. But you are the man now.
The man!
Okay, other teams, other stars, but this is your chance to be the man. How exciting is that?
Oh, man, this is really, man, it's just all about my team. I'm just not a big person on, it's all about me. And I think that has been something that has been put out there in the public, that I'm all about myself. And, I'm really all about my guys, my teammates, my city, because that's the only thing I care about. And, if the team wins, everybody wins, then I'm happy, because that's why I was put on this earth.
I'll say this as we visit with Dwight Howard in studio here on Dukes and Bell. In my effort, to say, let's go sign Dwight. And people were like, man, you crazy. He ain't coming to Atlanta. He don't want to come to Atlanta. And I said, things change, right?
Right.
At some point, things change. But in that effort, I try to describe the fact that you have been a guy, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You sit on the bench, you don't smile. Oh, Dwight's mad. He's mad at somebody.
Right.
Dwight's smiling. Oh, damn, he's too playful.
Right.
So here's the deal. I want you to have fun this year. Forget all that stuff, man, and have fun.
You got to, man. This is my 13th season in the NBA, and I remember my rookie season. They wrote an article in Orlando Sentinel, and it was said, Dwight, don't lose that smile. And, back then, I guess it was cool for me to smile. And then we started losing, or started having not so good of a year, not winning in the playoffs, and people expected us to win. And they said I was smiling too much. And, I just stopped smiling. But I wasn't having fun. The game became like a chore, it became a job. And, I play this game because I love it, the passion and all that stuff. So, I got to have fun while I do it, but I do take this game serious. If you've ever been in the gym with me, if you've ever hung around me and we talked about basketball, this is my passion. I've been doing it since I was 3 years old, so I do take it serious, but, I got to enjoy it. This is the best life I could ask for, so why not enjoy it?
I hear that. And by the way, you wouldn't be the only guy that would say that, playing with Kobe or James Harden takes a man's spirit out of you.
Well, they do have those moments, and not taking away. Those are some great talented players. And I think people kind of twist that and turn that when they say, "Well, how do you play with this person and not be happy?" Well, it's not what you always see, But I will say that. But those are some great players. Those two guys, Kobe, he just retired. He had a very, very good career, 5 championships, 17 All-Star games, something like that. MVPs, it's just crazy, So I would never take that away from him. And I'm happy for both of those guys. But being here in Atlanta, we want to write our own history. I think coming here for myself and this team, we have this blank book, and we have a chance to really write our story and change a lot of the things that have been said about the Atlanta Hawks. And, I'm glad to be a part of that process.
Let's talk about German chocolate. Let's talk about Dennis Schroeder for a minute, because as much as you're going to get the rock and be fed the rock, it is a guard league, man, and he's got to at times set you up. You guys have to work together, and whether it's pick and roll. Talk to us about that relationship and how it's coming along. I think
it's coming along great, and I like the fact that he's a young point guard that wants to be molded. He wants to be a great point guard. And, I like the way he's headed. He works extremely hard. He competes every day. And we do talk a lot. We spend a lot of time together, and we talk about how we can master the pick and roll. And I know that the better we are in the pick and roll between me and him, the better our team is going to be. So if we have that correct chemistry and we're able to really make everybody better, we're just going to be that much dangerous. And he's a point guard that can get to the basket. He can make plays. He's very fast. And like I said, he's a competitor. But once he learns really how to, distribute the ball and be that point guard, because he came from a different role. Last year he came off the bench. And coming off the bench, you get a chance to see what's going on in the flow of the game. And back then, his job was to really just get in the game and go. Now he has to facilitate the offense, get everybody involved, pick and choose when to drive, know when to feed the post, know when to play in motion and all those little things. So it's tough, but he's learning fast, and coach is one of those coaches that are going to tell him, hey, I need you. I need you to run the show. And I think he's going to be great for us.
I mean, certainly he's getting the confidence from Coach Bud. Hey, he gave him the keys to the car.
Oh, yeah. I think his confidence, his swagger. If you ever seen Dennis, he is swagged out.
We've seen his. You ever seen his ride?
All gold, everything. All gold, everything. So I'm happy for the young fella, man. I think it's great to see him grow. I think he's going to be a really, really good point guard. He's very talented. And like I said, he works hard.
Well, he's in studio. Dwight Howard, 8-time All-Star, 5-time NBA first team, and a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year performer. It's the one thing we always said about the Hawks over the last few years. Even we made playoff runs, and no disrespect to Al or any of that, but we said we were missing that in the middle. We were missing that presence, especially on the defensive side of things. LeBron comes in and he's getting to the glass. You're like, somebody, and that would happen in the playoffs. You actually bring that element, and you still take a lot of pride in your defense. I mean, that's where it starts, right?
Oh yeah, it starts on defense. And one thing I think as Coach Bud has talked about it a lot, and a lot of the guys on the team have talked about it since I've been here, is just the physical play that we have shown every day. It's a lot different. Practices are not those easy-going practices. We're hitting each other. We're going hard. We're trying to make each other better. But we do it out of love because we want to win. And, the thing that I told those guys is, even though I wasn't on the team, I'm sick of seeing the Cavs get to the finals every single year. The Cavs are the Heat. We have to change that. And it starts every day in practice. It starts in the weight room. It starts in those unseen hours. Those are the days that count. And, I would say that each and every guy that's on that roster has really taken that to heart. Because when we come in the gym, there's no nonsense. We have fun. We goof off sometimes. But when it's go time, we're ready.
It's a Hawks All-Star Center. Dwight Howard in studio with us here on Dukes and Bell on 92.9 The Game. How are you feeling, by the way? A lot of guys are asking on the text line. If you're feeling better than you had in other preseasons?
Oh, man. This is actually, if you've watched me over the years, this is the first preseason that I've actually played the whole preseason, didn't miss any games. I would say in the last 3 years, I've been able to really just go through and play the whole preseason. Coaches obviously let me sit out 2 games just for rest or whatever because it's preseason. Now, other than that, man, I played all preseason games. I haven't missed a practice, and that's great for me. You know, my body feels great. I've been dedicated, my entire career. I know I've had some nicks and bumps and bruises, but after playing this long, it's going to happen. When I was 18, I could just come in the gym and nothing would happen. I thought I was invincible. But as you get older, those hits, they start to take a toll on your body.
Yeah. What do you do? I mean, do you do like certain stretches? What you yoga? What are you doing to like keep yourself right?
Well, I tried yoga, but I'm too tall for it.
Can't find a mat that fits?
Yeah, the mats and then trying the different poses.
Yeah.
It just wasn't
working. Weren't working.
But, it's a lot of things that I have to do, man. And the good thing about it is this staff, they do a good job of making sure we take care of our body. And there's one thing that always pop up in my mind. My first NBA coach, he said, take care of your wheels, fellas. You don't take care of your wheels, they won't take care of you. And, that stayed with me my whole career. You got to take care of your body. You got to eat right. You got to train right. And it's the little things, just not spending, I think for the average fan, they feel as you should spend all day in the gym to get better. But we get in the gym, we get our work in, but recovery, all the physical therapy, all that stuff is what gives us longevity. And, for me, I want to play another 10 years. So
What? 10?
I'm going to try to get 10 more years in.
You're going to try to get to 20?
I'm going to try to get to 20. That'll be 22 for me, 23, yeah.
Wow, that's music to Hawks fans' ears. Only time we see you in a suit will be walking in the arena.
That would be great. That would be great. Unless it's my last year.
Yeah.
And, it's just a farewell after we hopefully have won about 2 or 3 championships. And, I can say, hey, Hawks fans, we got another young gun that's coming up. He jumped like Dominique, blocked shots like me. So we're going to be good.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, I hope so. Hey, I want to ask you, being a big in the league, how difficult is it? I think you get fouled every play. In any big.
Well, actually, I mean, I try not. I don't want to sound like somebody that complains because that's not me. But I do get hit a lot. And
Dwight, you get fouled every play.
The ref does. He says, Dwight, I know they hit you, but you're so strong and big. We don't know what to do. And I'm like, sometimes just blow your whistle. But, we understand that if they just called a foul the whole game, the fans are going to be like, bro, like, what's going on out there or anything like that. And the biggest thing that we've done this summer with the team is when we've played our pickup games or whatever, I told the guys, for myself and everybody else, we are not going to complain about calls. We're going to finish through the calls. Even if we don't get the calls, we're going to play through it because we don't want to allow nothing to break our mental status. If we're on the same page and we're focused and we're not worried about fouls, we're not worried about getting to the free throw line, any of that stuff, we'll be great. But once we start looking to get fouls and stuff like that, that's when you miss those easy shots because you're trying to get fouled. So that's been the biggest message. We don't want no calls. We're not looking for calls. We're going to make plays ourselves, and we're going to dominate on the defensive end.
And by the way, home opener, of course, is Thursday. Again, guys, taking on the Wiz. And speaking of, fouls, you and Boogie Cousins going at it Monday. Halloween night, by the way.
Boogie.
Sacramento.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. I got some special Halloween shoes for that night. But it's going to be a lot of fun, man.
Hey, Thursday, October 27th, it's the Wizards, Phillips Arena, 7:30 tip-off. All fans will receive a free T-shirt.
Come on out.
Courtesy of Kia.
Come on out.
Guys asking me, and real quick before we let you out of here, Dwight Howard in studio with us here on Dukes and Bell. Guys asking me, what's the free throw situation? And one of the first Instagrams you put out once you signed, you were like, I'm in the gym, and I'm shooting them. Where you at with the free throws?
I think that, people just, it's something that's always been talked about, and people always, it's like a magnifying scope. So if I miss a free throw, it's like, he don't work on his free throws. But, if you guys understand how much time I spend in the gym working on the free throw, I don't think it's how it is in practice, because in practice I'm cash. I think in the games it's just I'm so amped up and hyped that I get up to the line and it's like, I got to make it so I can show the whole world that I can make a free throw, and then I miss it. But, after talking to, even Kyle Korver, we sat down and we talked about free throws. And he's like, man, yeah, sometimes I get up there and I'm nervous myself. So I was like, what? You the best shooter in the world. You nervous? It gave me more confidence. And, I really worked on it this summer, not just for the free throws, but the fact that the game is evolving and to be able to hit those shots can really save me years so I can play those 10 more years. And with this offense, man, Bud is just giving me so much confidence. And he has so much confidence in my free throws and stuff like that he puts me in those pressure situations in practice where he's like, Dwight, you don't make these 2 free throws, the whole team got to run. And that's more pressure than being in the game in front of 20,000 people because you got your teammates like, come on, bro. We just played 35 minutes, man. Come on, let's hit these 2 free throws. But after doing that a couple times and getting in the rhythm, we pretty good.
Well, a lot of guys are hitting us up on the text line. Again, welcoming you back to the ATL.
Thank you, fellas.
And a lot of guys that want to help you with yoga. Hope those are girls. But anyway, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Big response. But anyway, man, best of luck. And again, Thursday it all kicks off as Dwight Howard as a Hawk. The era begins.
Come out, y'all. Come support the Hawks, man. Come support our team, man. We need all the support we can, man. We're going to have a great year.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. I believe that. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you at the arena on Thursday.